Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm with my friend Sarah, who is a mom to a beautiful little boy, and she's a former fitness competitor. She's going to share with us all the information we need to know about Juice Plus.
Awesome. Thanks so much for the warm welcome. Yes, thanks everyone for joining us here tonight on this beautiful Tuesday evening. Well, clearly where I am, it's beautiful, as you can see outside. And I hope it's as beautiful wherever you are if you're not in Ottawa. My name is Sarah, like Laura said. We've actually just met not that long ago through this amazing community that I will just quickly share with you in a little bit. But I'll share with you how I got to today. I am a mom of a beautiful 2.5-year-old, and he is just such a joy in our lives. I'm married. I am a former fitness competitor. I have a big passion for being active and well and just overall health and wellness and living a holistic life. But that is really not how I lived most of my life. I struggled as a young girl. I remember as young as 7, struggling with self-love and self-positive body image. I was overweight as a young girl. I was bullied by family members. I remember my cousin used to torment me on the school field about my weight, and that kind of just trickled into lots of different things. I struggled with depression, eating disorders, and unfortunately even addiction is added to that list. But thankfully, I had an amazing foundation from my mom, and a light bulb just went off in my late 20s, early 30s. And because of all of those decisions that I had made by not taking care of my body, I was suffering from a lot of health issues. One of those was I was actually told I could not conceive a child naturally. And as a young woman who knew she always wanted to be a mom, that was devastating. And I knew that that just could not be my story. I suffered from migraines, was on tons of pain medication for my migraines, chronic fatigue, and like pretty much not sleeping well, always up in the middle of the night, and just really overall not good health, and crazy digestive issues. When I first started this journey of holistic living and healing, I went and saw a nutritionist, and he took my food sensitivities, and they give you this printout of tons of, I think they test you for 150 foods. And I didn't count how many foods I was sensitive to, but I can tell you in each food you either get a green, that means that you're not sensitive to it, a yellow, that means that you are mildly, and a red means that you should not be eating this right now. And most of that printout was yellow and red. I was not going to the washroom regularly. I was constantly chronically constipated, and I actually didn't have a menstrual cycle for 4 years. So as a result of that, crazy hormonal imbalances, super moody, a lot of things a lot of women can relate to. But like I said, a light bulb went off. I started this journey and just became very passionate about alternative ways to heal and live a better life. And I was spending tons of money seeing a nutritionist, as I mentioned, seeing naturopaths, doing cleanses, spending tons of money on organic food, juicing, and just doing everything I possibly could to get myself to feel normal or better. And although I did see some major changes in my health, I just knew that I still could be feeling a lot better. And I was just sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I believe the universe brings things into your world when you need them the most. And my sister's best friend actually posted about our whole food concentrates, which I'll be sharing with you tonight. And she just caught me at the right time. I had been approached by many other companies sharing products sold through a distributor, but I would take one look at those ingredients and knew that I just couldn't put those in my body, nor could I share them with family members or close friends. And when I saw the product called Juice Plus, which we are going to talk about tonight, it ticked all the boxes that were so important to me and like aligned with my holistic beliefs and my values of what healthy living was. And I love just the concept of it. I actually thought, why didn't I think of this? It's fruits and veggies in a capsule. So I'm just going to kind of dive right into our products. So we are here to talk about whole food concentrates. These are our foundational products. We call them our trio blend. You have your red, which are your fruit, your green, which are your vegetables, and your purple, which are your berries. And in this trio, you are flooding your body with over 30 vine-ripened, whole food, NSF certified produce. And what all that means is that you're flooding your body with tons of nutrients that it's not getting every day. I was that person that said, I already eat healthy, I already eat organic, but I was also the one that felt like crap all the time. So I was like, okay, how is this different from eating food? And it's not different from eating food in the sense that we want you to stop eating food, because that's not the case. We're simply bridging the gap of what we should be eating and that we're not getting, because we're actually recommended to eat 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables. And I don't know about you, but vegetables are pretty standard, and fruits, living in Canada, are pretty standard too. So I definitely was not getting 30 different variety of fruits and vegetables. And what really makes our whole food concentrates so powerful are the things that I said. So vine ripened. The fruits and vegetables that we are getting in our grocery stores have not been allowed to reach their peak ripeness. The last 24 to 48 hours on the vine is actually when the most nutrients is developed. So for me, who is thinking, okay, well, I'm eating lots of vegetables and fruits, but the fruits that I was eating are not vine ripened. And that has to be because, for example, here in Canada, a lemon in December didn't come from Canada. It came from Mexico and probably had to be picked weeks and weeks before it's actually ripened in order for it to live on the shelf and not rotting, because we're not going to buy rotting food off of our grocery shelves, are we? So the fact that these 30 different plants are vine ripened is just adding that extra punch. And we use the whole entire plant. So we use the peel, the seed, the rind. We actually discard, as humans here in North America or Western civilization, the most nutrient dense parts of our plants. So like, for example, the orange, 80% of the vitamin C comes from the peel. And I don't eat the peel, and I'm sure you guys don't eat the peel either. So you're getting tons of more nutrients because we're using the whole entire plant. And the last thing that I said that you guys are probably wondering what I was talking about is the NSF approval. This is so cool and so important. And I didn't really know what it meant in the beginning. And I was that kind of food snob. Well, I only eat organic. Well, what I didn't realize is that organic is amazing. Like, I really would recommend, especially with produce because of the pesticides. But with organic certification, it's really, really expensive. And Juice Plus has been working with the same families for over 3 generations. So they were doing organic farming before organic farming was even a thing. And with organic certification, you actually only need to meet a minimum requirement. So with that organic certification, you are still getting chemicals in your produce. What the NSF certification is that it's a third-party test saying what's on the label, what's in the product, and vice versa. So NSF means that we have tested our product beginning to end, including the soil, 5 times. And there is 0 traces of any chemicals in our product. So that's when we say it's better than organic, and it truly is. So what happened because I was a skeptic, and most people are, because I was trying everything, guys, like everything, and spending so much money. Within a couple weeks, my husband actually said, babe, you're in a really good mood lately. And I could feel it. I started sleeping better within 4 days of being on the product. So you know what you do when you sleep? You're in a better mood and your hormones start to balance. And I said, I know, right? And he's like, well, what is it? And I'm like, the only thing that I've added was Juice Plus. And to give someone kind of joy back in their life, that's like giving them their life back. I've just felt like I had no joy, and I got so hard on myself because I knew I wanted to be happier, but all of my hormonal imbalances weren't allowing me to be joyful every day. So to give that to me and has changed my life and my husband's life. And within 2 months of being on our product, I got my menstrual cycle back. 2 months. I was doing everything other than IVF and hormonal things. I was seeing acupuncture. I was doing traditional Chinese medicine. You name it, guys, I was doing it. And so I had mentioned that I was told I couldn't conceive a child naturally. And as Laura introduced me and as I introduced myself, I'm a mom of a beautiful 2.5-year-old. And I am not saying Juice Plus is the reason my son is here, but I know Juice Plus is the reason that it allowed my body to get into a state of health that allowed me to conceive a child. And yeah, what else can you say, right? Like, this gave me joy. This gave me a baby. And to have energy every single day is crazy. Who doesn't need more energy, right? Like, we all do. We're all working. We're all, the Groundhog Day. So it has literally changed my life. And my digestive issues, when I went back after 4 months of being on the product, I literally cut my sensitivities down below half. And my naturopath was like, what are you on? And she started recommending it because she couldn't believe how amazing this product was. So another one of our really cool products is our plant-based omegas. I've always taken omega because my naturopath told me to. I never felt any different taking my fish omega. All I knew is that it gave me a really nasty fish burp. And so when this came on the product, this came on the market from Juice Plus, I was like, obviously I need to take it because it's from the company that I work for. But I could not believe the change that I saw or felt, in my joints when I first started to take this. I'm turning 40 this year, and I do wake up a little sore. I'm not gonna lie. I think I'm getting old. But with this and carrying a child, my son did not let me put him down for a year. So I'm like, all you moms watching, like, holding a baby like this for like 24 hours a day, yeah, you're gonna get sore. So taking these really, really helped my inflammation in my joints. My husband owns a construction company. He noticed, especially in his knees. My hair is in a bun right now, but boy, let me tell you, it is long. I haven't grown my hair because of my hormonal imbalances. I could never grow my hair past here, and now it's like to my butt. And why this is so cool with hair and nails and skin is sea buckthorn oil. The Egyptians, like Cleopatra, actually used sea buckthorn in her beauty regime. So very cool. We've skipped the fish, went right to the source, and we're getting omegas 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9, which is full spectrum, which is unheard of. There's not a product like this. So this is really good for brain health also. Another one of our really cool products is our shakes. Love these. If you are busy, you need these in your life because they are so easy, on the go, taste delicious meals that the whole family can enjoy. And I did forget to tell you about one of my most favorite parts of this company and this product line is that any adult taking our products can sponsor a child to get them for free. What? That's crazy. Millions of kids, not millions, hundreds of thousands of kids, our lives are being changed because of this. And we're finding that kids are drinking more water, missing less school, eating more fruits and vegetables because of this program. So here is the kids gummies. And if you do get these for your kids, you might want to hide them from yourself because they're delicious. I do take a couple extra when I'm giving them to my son. So that's super cool about our company, is that we realize that the whole family needs to get healthy, not just mom, not just dad. So love that all of our products are completely safe for breastfeeding, pregnant, old people on medications. It's just fruits and vegetables in a capsule. So it's safe for everyone, and I love that. And just going back to our shakes, you can make power balls, avocado pudding, you name it. My son loves this. Mommy, can I have my schmoozy? Can I have my schmoozy? He loves them. And our last product, you can't really see mine right now, but yeah, you can kind of see it over there in the corner, is our tower garden. So it is an aeroponic growing system that you can grow all year round organic plants, produce, anything that doesn't have a root. So right now I have zucchini, tomato, cucumber, beans, a couple different lettuces, spinach, Swiss chard, parsley, kale, basil, and mint growing on mine. So affordable. So affordable. And if you have kids, guys, my son loves this. He remembered it from last year, and he was only 1.5 last year. So we get the Rockwell out, we get the seeds out. He's like my little helper, and he gets so excited to see how they progress. And he's like, can I eat them? Can I eat them? I'm like, no, buddy, not yet. But to teach our kids where food comes from is going to be game changer in how our kids view health and food. And I feel like that's where we're really at a disconnect right now with our kids, is that they don't know food like, you know, like how my mom used to. Thankfully, my mom had a garden, so I knew, you know, what that looked like. But everything now comes in a box. And to give that gift to your kids, knowing where their food comes from, is so awesome. So very, very cool. For those of you who think, oh, maybe that's really expensive, it's not. It's so affordable. Mine was paid for in 4 months. Like so affordable. And it uses the same electricity as like a small fish tank. So it doesn't impact your electricity bill at all. Juice Plus is huge on sustainability, uses 90% less water than an actual conventional garden. So those are our products. Like I said, just a recap of like things that have changed me. It's literally given me my life back. And the crazy thing is that I have heard that from so many people. That is so amazing. We walk around feeling like crap, but that's the normal. And until you actually feel better, you don't realize how crappy you feel. Sometimes I'll run out of like our purple, for example, and I was like, wow, like it really, really changes like how you function every day. And just by flooding your body with nutrients, and it's just fruits and vegetables. To have the amount of energy that I have, I work full time, I do this part time, I have a son, I'm always on the go. And like I said, who doesn't need more energy? And hormonal imbalances is an epidemic right now with females. You know, PMS, horrible PMS, irregular cycles, moody, all of those things, guys, is not normal. So really, really amazing gift to give yourself is more joy, more energy, more positivity. And this community is just a game changer. I reached the top level of our marketing plan in 3 years. The product obviously has changed my life. This business has changed my life because I'm going to be able to retire from my job this year before I turn 40. My God, my son has one more summer before he goes to school, and I just want to make sure I spend every last moment with him. So that's a really amazing thing. But I didn't realize how lonely I was when I made that transition to leading a healthier life. And as we get older, you kind of put your kids first, or you know, your job, and you kind of lose sight of like what's really important. And I always kind of like laughed it off. Oh, I'm a homebody, and you know, oh, I just like my pajamas and you know my couch. And I really do. I love my pajamas and my couch. but I also love connection and feeling important and laughing and socializing, not like I used to, but I forgot how to do that. And this community, it has been such a gift to me to have so many people just wanting the best for you, rooting you on, recognizing, you know, the big things, the small things, and just loving on you no matter what. And, you know, we get together, we have salad jar parties and wine and wellnesses, and I've traveled so many places because of this. And that is priceless to me. I don't want to die lonely, that's for sure. And obviously I love my husband's company and my son's company, but it's really amazing to have this extended family. And now Laura is a part of it, and I'm so excited. So enough about me. I'm just going to pass it over to Laura, and she's going to quickly share how this product has changed her life.
Thank you, Sarah. A couple of years ago, I went to the Healthy Living Festival in Smith Falls, and I'm just walking around and with my family, and I met Sarah, another Sarah, and I'd never met her before, and we just started talking and hit it off, and you know, she started asking about our health, and which is, we're at a Healthy Living Festival, right? So I just started talking and explaining how, you know, I'm overweight. I still am. I've actually lost 37 pounds now from my heaviest. And so that was my main focus. But then she started asking about the kids, because she explained to me that, you know, if I got the product, that I could sponsor one of the girls. So I started explaining Sadie's situation, and, you know, her asthma, when she was about 2, she was too young to be diagnosed with asthma, but the doctor said she has asthma. She needs to be on 2 puffers twice a day, and Ventolin during the day if needed. And I found that she was taking the Ventolin a lot. Every time she'd start running, even if it was just in the backyard, or if she got a cold, the cold would last for weeks, and we weren't understanding why it was lasting so long. But I was just told it was the asthma that would prolong the cold. So, you know, back on puffers every day, twice a day. And it just got to the point where it's frustrating. You know, you don't want your child to be sick. And all she was sick. Ear infections all the time, colds, you name it, she had it. And, you know, I even had to rush to the hospital because the puffers weren't working a couple nights. And, you know, into the hospital, and you see your daughter laying there with a mask and trying to get Ventolin, trying to breathe, and it's the scariest feeling ever. And I grew up with that with my brother, having asthma, and his was really bad. And that was my fear, is that my daughter's going to be the same. And Sarah's like, well, I can't guarantee anything, but, you know, this will definitely help her feel better. So I'm like, okay. So we started on the product, and a couple months later I started noticing that, oh, she's not as sick. Like, she gets a cold, but it's not staying as long. And, you know, her asthma's not as bad. She's not on the Ventolin as much. So then last summer I was like, wait a second, I haven't given Sadie her puffer in like a week. And that was the most amazing feeling. And then she would get a cold and she'd be back on the puffer for a little bit, but it wasn't as long. But she still wasn't getting that puffer every single day, twice a day. So a couple weeks ago, we went to a new doctor for her asthma, and they put her through a bunch of tests, breathing tests, everything. And the doctor told me, she's like, she doesn't have asthma anymore. Her numbers are like in the normal range, and with and without Ventolin, because they gave her Ventolin as well, and her numbers did not change. So that was the most amazing feeling that I have ever had. And to know that my daughter is feeling better, and the doctor asked, like, what has changed? And all I could say is she takes Juice Plus gummies every day. That's the only thing that has changed. So then I explained to the doctor what it was, because she had heard of it but wasn't very familiar. And she said, this is an amazing product. And it was just the best feeling I could ever imagine. So I'm very fortunate, and I'm looking forward to the future and seeing what happens from here.
Awesome. Like, I just got goosebumps all over my body from that story, because I know as a mom, all you want to do is just protect your children. And I'm just so glad that the universe gifted you that day with Sarah Marin at that health festival. And I'm just also excited for your future and for you to be a part of this amazing community. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here tonight. We hope you have a great night. And if you guys have any questions, you can reach out to Laura and she can give you some answers.